Hey guys, OSJ here, doing a little evening ride, and I'm on Route 23, heading eastbound. I just went through the town center of Monterey. If you're out here in Western Mass and you're looking for a nice road to ride for some twisties, Route 23 is one you should put on your list. I'm actually just coming back from a nice couple days away on the motorcycle, and I spent some time riding around in the Catskills of New York and Western New York. And one of the things that I find really hard to adjust when I'm out in New York and I come home to Massachusetts, was where I live, is the speed limit. So New York has a state speed limit of 55 miles an hour. So a road like this, if it's not marked, it's 55. And they'll have a sign at each corner if it's sharp with a yellow speed recommendation sign. I guess that's what I've been told. If it's yellow, it's just a recommended speed. But if it's white and black like that one, that's the actual speed limit. So now I was on Route 23 in New York, and that's one of these roads that crosses state lines. So I was following a black Camaro, sorry. It's been a long day. I was following a black Camaro in New York. He had New York plates, and the speed limit was 55, and he was moving right along. You know, we were going 65 on a road like this. It feels like you're moving right along. I love it. I love riding out there. And then as soon as we crossed into Mass, the only change was an imaginary line. The road was the same. The condition was the same. It was no more twisty. It was just the exact same road, and the speed limit turned to 35 miles an hour as you cross into Mass. I'm not sure if that's Egremont or Great Barrington, but eventually it goes into Great Barrington. But we caught up to people, obviously, because people in Massachusetts tend to drive the speed limit, which I don't blame them. It's the speed limit. So, but it's so frustrating when you cross this imaginary line and the speed limit drops by 20 miles an hour. And so I don't know how many people are watching this from what states you're in, but if you want to leave a comment and tell me what you think about how speed limits like that can change from state to state. I was also in Pennsylvania for this trip, and Pennsylvania, I think, has the same 55 mile an hour speed limit on back roads. I couldn't tell you one road in Massachusetts that's like this, what I would call a numbered back road, where the speed limit's 55. The most I've ever seen is 50. But look at, I don't know if you can see on my GPS, but this tells me the speed limit and the speed I'm going. So the speed limit on this road is 40. I'm going 52, so I'm 12 over. When I was on Route 62 in Allegheny National Forest, speed limit was 55. I was following a lady in a Subaru, and we were going 75 miles an hour. And it was a road just like this. So it's kind of frustrating when you get into your own home state. And I don't really slow down a lot, obviously. I still ride kind of the pace I like to ride, but I'm taking a bigger risk with my driving record. Fortunately, I have a really good driving record. When I was much younger, I was way stupider than I am now. And at one point in my life, I think I had at least 25 tickets on my record. and I was paying a boatload of money on surcharges for insurance. And then I lost my license for 30 days because I got 3 speeding tickets in a weekend. In Massachusetts, I think they still have the policy. If you get 3 tickets in a calendar year, you lose your license for 30 days. I got 3 tickets in a weekend. First weekend riding, must have been 1987. I had my VFR 700. So after that happened, that really messed up my life, not having a license. Luckily, I didn't lose my job. And then that's when I said, all right, I got to slow down. I got to be smarter. So Massachusetts also had a law. If you went 3 consecutive years without a ticket, they would wipe your record clean. There's a nice little house for sale in the water. Ooh. We are definitely in Otis right now. So yeah, back then when I was a kid, I wouldn't even hesitate. I would just pass these people. I'd pass on the double yellow right down the middle. That's why I got too many tickets back then. So back to the story. So I realized I got to do something. I was paying way too much in insurance. I lost my license. So Mass had this thing: if you go 3 years without a ticket, they wipe your record clean. So I promised myself I was going to go 3 years. Well, I went 2 years, 8 months, just a little bit under 3 years. And we got a new governor, Governor Weld, who is a person that I supported, and I voted for him. And however, one of the first things he changed, well, I don't know if he did it, but it happened after he got elected, is that rule went from 3 years to 6 years. And I was this close to getting my driving record cleared, and I had to go another 3 years, which I did, by the way. I ended up going from 1987 to 2007 or 8. So I went a long time without a ticket. I got pulled over a bunch of times. I think I got pulled over 10 times in a row where I only got warnings, a couple of written warnings, and mostly verbal. And then it was 2000. I just bought my yellow Ducati back, and I got a ticket was riding with a friend of mine. So that was 2010. So I went from 1987 to 2010 without a speeding ticket. And then I got one in 2010, and then I got one just a couple years ago. So that ticket you might hear about if you follow Have Moto Will Travel. We did a dual vlog, and we talked about expensive tickets, and I told a story about that ticket that I got in 2016, maybe. The most expensive ticket I've ever gotten. It was expensive. So yeah, so I take a little less chances. Now we're going to come up to some nice twisty sections, so I'll keep the camera rolling. I'll see if I can keep talking while I'm doing this, because I tend to shut up when I'm riding fast because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. It's another reason why I have a hard time following somebody on a fast. I don't mind leading people, but if I'm following somebody, even if they're a really good rider and they're fast, I have a hard time following because I tend to concentrate on what they're doing, and I lose concentration to what I'm doing, and I know it's a big mistake with riding. So that's why whenever I am following somebody, I back way off, just so I'm not looking at them and concentrating on what I'm doing versus what they're doing. Because we all know about target fixation, and that is not a good thing. And that is when you're following somebody, or you're just, what happens is you, when you look where you want to go. So when you're going around a sharp corner like this, you don't want to look anywhere other than this place you want to go to. So look where you want to go. That's what they say. Don't look at the little tar snakes either. If you look at the little tar snakes, you'll go right towards them. And you'll run them over. So this is still Route 23. I think we're in Otis. So I'll tell you a little story about target fixation and how it works. I was doing a ride with some friends, and I had somebody on the back of my bike with me, and hold on. Let's see what this guy's gonna do. Sometimes I have luck when I'm on a twisty road and I catch up to somebody. They see me and they pull over and let me by, but I don't think this guy's going to do it, and he's going to... It's like hitting a back marker when you're leading the race. Look at the nice twisty sections coming, and now this guy's going to screw me up. So again, when I was younger, I wouldn't hesitate. I'd pass people on the right, on corners. I'd zip right by, something like this. And with a motorcycle, you got plenty of power to do stuff like that, but that's when I was young and dumb. Now I'm just old and stupid, but I'm not going to do stuff like that any longer. Alright, so let's back off a little bit. He's not going to let me go. So... give you a little idea of how target fixation works. I'm doing a ride with some friends. I get somebody on the back. We got to do a U-turn. So we go down this dead-end road. We got to do a U-turn, and there's a parking lot of like an old restaurant that's closed down. And it was a sharp turn, gravel parking lot. And as I'm starting to turn, the person in the back, we have communication, and she says to me, "Don't hit that barrel." And I'm like, "What barrel?" And she's like, "That barrel that's right over there." So I look at the barrel, and I can't keep my eyes off of it, because now I'm thinking, shit, I don't want to hit that barrel. But my eyes are locked on that barrel. And even though, without a doubt, I could have easily made that corner, because I was concentrating on that barrel, looking at it, wouldn't you know, I rode right into the stupid thing. So... that is exactly how target fixation works. So don't do it. Look where you want to go. I'm sure it's one of the first things they teach you when you're taking a motorcycle class or doing a track day, or who knows, maybe they don't teach you that kind of stuff anymore, but target fixation's a real thing. So I'm getting close to the end. I think I might be actually coming into Westfield, maybe? Not sure what's after Otis, but... yeah, oh no, this isn't Westfield. What is this? Washington? No, not Washington. Oh, I guess this guy's coming to a stop here. You don't have to, but... that's okay. Windsor? Why can't I remember what town this is? I'm sure we're going to see it. Now he lets us by. See, you should have done that, dude. way back when it was twisty. Yeah, he let me by. Oh, we're in Blandford. That's what it is. I don't remember this town, but alright, so that's it for the twisties. That's it for my little spiel on target fixation and riding fast and speed limits. So if you want to leave me a comment, leave me a comment. I don't know if I've had any comments on my vlog. I don't realize, I don't know how long I'm going to do this, or I'm not really doing this for anyone other than myself and a few of my friends that seem to like my videos, my pizza review videos, or my ride videos. I guess I need to get a little better with editing, but if you're watching this and you like it, that was a nice car that just went by, give me a subscribe and click the little bell. I don't know what the bell does, but everybody says it. Subscribe and click the bell. But give me a subscribe to me, and I'll do the same thing for you. So that's all for now. How about a little music? Let's see, we got internet here. And here we go. I'll see you in a bit.